Brazil announces equal pay for men, women footballers. Hey, losing to Germany by 6 goals isn't going to pay for itself. Removed. Wait. Why should all men and women get paid the same as footballers? It's the national team, hardly where the players earn the majority of their revenue. It's setting a positive stance from the government and shows a willingness to support women as much as men. Most male players would play for the national team for free since they make so much from their club anyway. The national team is way more about pride than money. This is the best TLDR I could make. Original, https://www. France24.com/n/20200903 Closing the gap. Brazil announces equal pay for men-women footballers, reduced by 53%. I'm a bot. The Brazilian Football Confederation said on Wednesday that its men's and women's national soccer teams will receive equal pay and prize money. There is no more gender difference, the CBF is treating men and women equally, the Brazilian Football Confederation chief Rodrigo Caboclo said in statement. Pay disparity between men's and women's professional soccer players has been in the spotlight since the United States women's team sued the governing body U.S. Soccer last year alleging gender discrimination in earnings and working conditions. Extended summary, http://np. Reddit. com/r/auditaldr/comments/ils1io/Brazil _announces_equal_pay_for men_women/FAQ, http://np. Reddit. com/r/auditaldr/comments/31b9fm/FAQ_auditaldr_bot/version 2. 02-521665TL, DRS so far. Feedback, http://np. Reddit. com/message/compose, 2%23 Auditaldr PMs and comments are monitored, constructive feedback is welcome. Top keywords, women #1 soccer #2 team #3 men #4 pay #5. Deleted. If my company made a product that was 1/10 as popular as another company's, and our revenue was 1/10, I don't think I'd expect to be paid the same. I'd make a better product. Edit, I see. The national teams get paid the same from their country, but they can earn bonuses from places like FIFA based on cash flow. That kinda makes sense actually as long as FIFA isn't corrupt. Oh. Will there be equal pay for male models? Cool. Now stop burning the fucking Amazon forest. Removed. Do we get an equal skill level? They are producing two different products. They should really just have a combined Brazil team. It would sort this issue out pretty quickly. Why? As it is, men's teams subsidize women's teams most places. But are the male football players going to accept the massive pay cut? This only makes sense if the women football team brings in the same amount of revenue as the men's team. This would never fly with the WNBA in the US, for example. Plot twist, the men's team took a pay cut to equal the women's. Nothing to do with women, but my thoughts are, where is this money coming from? The prize money comes from generally customers/fans via merchandise, ticket sales etc., and that is dominated by and for the male teams. The current TV rights money is paid out to male teams based on viewership, and the male side of the sport draws the numbers, hence big TV rights. And the prizes are so government department funded, and that's up to them what they allocate. Now, football is a business, and I know people will say the national team isn't that, but I don't fully buy that argument, and the women's game simply does not draw the same volume of fans, merchandise, and revenue. So on that basis, let's look at an example. I run a business selling mobile phones. I am successful and earn $50K per year through marketing, entertainment, and sales and government grants. I have competition across the road who also sells mobile phones, which happens to be a woman. She receives at the moment the same amount for government grant because of the line of business, but my business has more customers and sales, so she only earns $20K. Is it fair that now the government top up her income simply because she is a woman and we in the same business, albeit she is not as successful as me with the number of customers I draw in comparison to her? Ultimately, unless the money is coming from fans, governments step in, not banks. Governments don't make money but rather use taxpayer money, so why should extra funding go towards their prize money because they are women? On the other side of the coin, gymnastics is a female-dominated sport. There is a disproportionate number of fans watching the female gymnastics over any men's gymnastics, but that does mean the men should now get the same prize money. It makes no sense. No, the men shouldn't. In terms of jobs and business, yes, if a man and women are doing the exact same role and experience, then equal pay should be in place regardless of gender. 2 men get the same. 2 women. 1 man, 1 woman. Doesn't matter. But sports is different. You cannot and should not bring equal pay into sports, in my opinion. I am for equal pay for equal work, but I think this is going down a bad path with sports. The fallout of 7-1 Germany. Removed. If women players received the same pay as men, calculated salary based on a proportion of the revenue generated from the sporting league, then they'd earn vastly less money than they do now. So despite women's teams, leagues, and brands making vastly less profit by orders of magnitude, the money they get for that is disproportionately higher than the men's. There's little argument against this. As far as I'm understanding, is their salaries as government employees, not their earnings from their matches, FIFA etc. I'm surprised their salaries weren't equal already. Pay you receive should reflect the amount of money you bring in as a celebrity/athlete. Good thing Brazil is promising equal pay for a total of 0.00017% of their population. This is 1, a PR stunt, and 2, ridiculous. Your value as a sports star is in the money you bring in. Male footballers bring in far more money than female. It's ridiculous to expect equal pay. In sports where female stars attract big bucks, they also make big bucks, e.g. tennis, as they should. That's exciting. How will they enforce equal ticket sales? Turn back from this comment section, friends. Do women footballers bring in the same revenue/views as men footballers? Or are they just subsidizing women footballers for wokeness points? Easily done when the men are getting paid tens of millions overseas. They're not making jack in the national team and they don't mind it, I'm sure. That is just plain stupid. They should get paid the same percentage of the income generated. Of course this would be pay cut for the women. Removed. Deleted. Great, now if they could only get the same amount of viewers. The actual amount the Football Association pays players for the appearance is small. A few grand each, however the main money comes in through merchandising. That check is meant to a decent amount for each call-up. On top of that, if you become regular and become a face of an international squad, your quid's in. This is actually pretty surprising considering they didn't give a shit about their conditions since the last 3 World Cups. This is probably only base salary, but the entertainment industry naturally pays more for these with more exposure, and since male team has more exposure, I don't see the problem with unequal pay in this case. Will ticket prices stay the same? That's literally socialism. Just saying, can't expect to have the same pay if you're not as popular or competitive like the men's league. You get what you fucking deserve. We're happy to announce that due to the collapsing value of the Brazilian real, both teams' players are now effectively earning nothing. This is fair, as long as both teams generate the same revenue. This makes no sense whatsoever unless it's a tiny base salary. I can see giving an equal cut of ad revenue or something though. I don't understand why, to be honest. The women's team doesn't bring in the same amount of money. If women's team brought more money in than the men's team, no men would be crying about how they needed equal pay.